Okay, dear technology executives, please say after me, I am not going to break my employees. Breaking my employees is a bad idea. Can we all agree that breaking employees is not something that management and the executives should do? So one of my big concerns about the modern era, like there's been this whole weird power dynamic thing in the tech industry for about for past decade, with the whole idea of who has the power. And whoever at this particular juncture has the power seems to be a complete asshole with how they use it. So employees had the power for a while, and there were some concerning things that the employees were doing. And now the bosses have gotten the power back. And unfortunately, it does not seem like they're wielding that power very wisely. And I just don't see how this is working out very well for the organizations. Look, whether you're the employees, whether you're labor, or whether you're management, the whole point is keeping the organization moving down a particular path. When everybody wants to assert their power in the situation, things start to go a wee bit sideways. And so I think that's one of the interesting things right now with all the layoffs, right? So for many years, right, these technology companies were hiring so many people. They were just putting butts into seats. They did not need the people. They didn't need them, but it impressed investors to see these companies were growing. So they were hiring more and more people. As they hired more and more people, the quality of the people that they hired kept going down because look, when you're hiring people just to put asses in seats, what the hell do you think you're going to get for quality? As the quality of the actual employees went down, you started getting more and more weird ass organizational issues that started pissing off a whole bunch of people. And so now that the macro forces have changed, and basically there's more and more layoffs, right? For this year, 2026, we're in June of 2026. There's already been over 150,000 layoffs in the technology industry. I do believe last year there's something like 250,000 layoffs in the tech industry. They're just gutting the employees, right? And so as they're getting rid of the employees, the passive aggressiveness is really coming out from the executive class in these technology companies, and they're just being right bastards to the employees. Look, you can lay off employees and be at least not be an asshole about it, I suppose. But no, they're just going in and they're proving who the boss really is. The problem that you're running into though is that they're breaking their employees, right? Because you've had employees now that have been in these companies for a decade and they've been told how valuable they are. And they've been told that we're a family and that we're a team. And they've been told all of this. It was garbage. Let me tell you, for the past, it was all garbage. But they were taught that. They were indoctrinated that. They're in this stew of you are so special. And not only are they so special, but they're making so much money, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. They're making so much more money than everybody else is in the economy. And right, the problem is now everybody's starting to get laid off. They're realizing how valuable they actually are. Not very. And they're also realizing that, these values that the companies were espousing is complete and utter crap. And so think about that. If you're one of these employees, right? If you've been in this industry for 10 years, right? You may have graduated college in your early 20s. You're now in your 30s. Right, you're in your 30s, and your entire technology career has been during this time period where you're told you're special, you're told you're wonderful, you are told that you're worth more than the ridiculous amounts of money that you were getting paid. And now, like you look at Facebook, they laid off 8,000 people at the last go. They laid off many more thousands of people last year. You look at Oracle laying off 21 to 30,000 people. Look at Microsoft laying off God knows how many people, and Intel laying off God knows how many people. And all of a sudden, like these technology employees are realizing, one, they're not special. And two, if they lose their jobs, they're going to find out what their actual value is on the open market. But the problem is for a lot of these technology companies, especially a lot of the leaders in these technology companies, is they want a fun culture. Isn't this fun? Isn't this exciting? And so what we have now is we have Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, Lord, it's funny. God bless Mark Zuckerberg. He keeps giving me shit to talk about. I mean, he's an asshole, but he gives me stuff to talk about. So we have Mark Zuckerberg trying to bring Meta back to their hacker culture, right? Hackathon. He's going to bring back the hackathon so everybody can have fun building technology again. As all of his employees are so worried about getting laid off, so worried about paying the mortgage, have been put into positions that they did not want to be put into, literally shifted around the company to do crap work that they didn't want to do. And if they complain about it, they're going to get fired. And Mark Zuckerberg is walking in like, hey, is everybody having fun now? No, no. You broke your culture, Mark Zuckerberg. You broke your culture. Mark Zuckerberg, oh, this is just so funny. Mark Zuckerberg tries to rally Meta staff with fun morale gesture, but employees aren't interested. Quote, I'm literally preoccupied with keeping the lights on. Lordy, lordy. Hey, let's all have fun. Like, dude, I'm just trying to get by. I'm just trying to get by. Mark Zuckerberg is trying to bring a little fun back to Meta. The timing, employees suggest, could hardly be worse. Which is, yeah, that's fair. After Meta cut roughly 8,000 jobs on May 20th. So May 20th, so I'm talking about this June, where are we? We are June 26th. So about 2 months ago, 8 weeks ago, they cut 8,000 jobs, just so we're clear. And shifted about 7,000 workers into new AI-focused roles. Zuckerberg announced a company-wide AI hackathon scheduled for July 14th through July 16th, according to The Wired. The goal was simple enough to get teams together, build experimental AI projects, and create a little camaraderie during a rough stretch. Yes, the rough stretch that Mark Zuckerberg created. And that's the funny thing too, like with these executives, right? This isn't a rough stretch because the Strait of Hormuz shut down, right? This isn't a rough stretch because you can't buy RAM because RAM got eaten by AI, right? There's certain times, like there's certain times for the CEO to come down, and right, macro forces can hit you out of nowhere, right? And so the executive comes down and goes, look, these forces hit us. We're trying to deal with the issues. So let's come together. Let's relax a little bit. Let's remember the company that we're trying to be. Rah, rah, rah. Right? In that particular situation, to be clear, you're still probably going to fail. The CEO is still probably going to be hated, but people will appreciate the effort. They're like, look, our CEO is out of touch and doesn't get it, but they're trying. Here's the thing. All the problems that Meta is currently going through, literally the root cause is Mark Zuckerberg. Imagine if like Mark Zuckerberg walked up to you at the office, punched you in the ball sack, and then said, "Hey, we should get together after work for a beer and really get to know each other." Like what? You just punched him in the ball sack. That's not how camaraderie works. It's just, oh lordy, just I don't know. It's a weird one. It's a weird time period to be in tech. For some Meta employees, the idea of adding another project to the pile did not sound like a morale boost. It sounded like another thing to survive, which is probably pretty accurate. Quote, I'm literally preoccupied with keeping the lights on for my team, one employee wrote in an internal forum viewed by The Wired. Quote, I have no incentive to participate, let alone have time to do so. So imagine your boss comes in and says, "Hey, let's have a little get together," and people are literally working, so they don't feel like they have the time. The response was not simply about a 3-day event. The workers told Wired that layoffs, heavier workloads, and uncertainty around Meta's fast-moving AI reorganization had left little room for optional projects. One employee wrote that they were not sure Meta still supported, quote, a hackathon culture anymore, pointing to the pressure of covering more work with fewer people while trying to avoid serious technical problems tied to rushed AI use. And that's one of the things, right? If you have more people, you have more downtime, which means you can play around more with hackathons and all that kind of thing, right? One of the points with efficiency, right? If you have the time for hackathons, let's face it, your company is probably not very efficient, right? Companies that have hackathons are not efficient companies. That's just kind of how it is. And that's one of the things that you have to weigh. Do I really want my employees to be creative and thinking out of the box and trying to build something new? Or do I just want them to do the fucking job? Right? Right. Not necessarily right or wrong with that particular thing, but those are different options. So as he's cutting, I mean, we're talking about 8,000 employees this year alone, not including the previous cuts that they've had. He's cutting the employees down so much that they do not feel like they literally have time for the hackathons. And this is where we also get back to the whole question of Mark Zuckerberg and these founder CEOs that have super voting rights in their corporations of what happens when they literally lose touch with their companies. Right? What happens when their heads are so far in the clouds? They literally have no concept with what their employees are actually going through. And so you get Mark Zuckerberg coming out, let's do a hackathon. And all their employees are like, let's pay my rent. Eh, yeah. Anyway. Another employee said previous hackathons have been enjoyable but no longer fit alongside the team's regular workload. Some staff also questioned whether participation would count in performance reviews, a concern that can turn a supposedly fun event into one more career calculation. This is the other thing with performance reviews, especially with the managers and all that kind of stuff, right? Everybody's kissing ass. Everybody's kissing ass. The important thing to understand, right? If you're help desk, if you're a coder, you know that you're trying to make sure you keep your job, but your managers are trying to keep their jobs too. If Mark Zuckerberg says, "Hey, we're going to have a fun hackathon," regardless what he says about the policy, regardless about whether he says this is going to affect performance reviews or whatever else, remember all of the managers below Mark Zuckerberg. How are they going to see it? Just because Mark Zuckerberg says it won't affect your career, right? The managers might look at it and say, well, that's what he says, but I want to cover my ass. Everybody wants to pay their rent. So I'm going to force my employees to come to this hackathon in order to create camaraderie. Oh, you're going to create camaraderie, all right. Everybody is going to come together to hate the company to the core of their being. There's nothing. Have you ever been to those events? Right? It's like, it's so weird, right? You got the nice beer, you got the good microbrews. So it used to be, again, for me back in the day, microbrews, where you got the good microbrews. You actually got like the good quality pizza, not the Papa John stuff, but like the local pizza. You got all that stuff going. Like, and there's all supposed to be this fun stuff. And everybody's just sitting there, gnawing on the pizza through gritted teeth, smiling. So are you having fun at today's event? Oh, I'm having so much fun at today's event. Yeah. Yeah. This is the industry I know and have a passive aggressive codependent relationship with. Oh, let's see here. The complaints arrived after Meta's May 20th restructuring, which eliminated about 10% of the company's workforce and moved thousands of remaining employees into AI-related assignments. Reuters reported that the overall affected about 20% of Meta's workforce when layoffs and transfers were counted together. So 20% of the workforce got dorked. 8 weeks ago, to be clear, 8 weeks ago. The backdrop matters. A hackathon works best when employees have time, trust, and enough breathing room to take a creative swing. When those things are in short supply, even prizes and team events can feel like office confetti. A fire drill. Yep. In a memo reported by Reuters on June 12th, Zuckerberg acknowledged that Meta's AI transformation has not gone smoothly. Quote, given the complexity of these changes, we made mistakes and will almost certainly make more. Doesn't that make you feel comfortable as Meta employee? You are looking around at the dumpster fire that Meta currently is going through, all basically because of Mark Zuckerberg. And Mark Zuckerberg comes out and very confidently says, "Oh yeah, there's going to be more problems." Oh, you think this is bad? You know, what was it? Move fast and break everything. Apparently, is Meta's currently new motto. The hackathon backlash came as some employees assigned to Meta's AI operations described their new work in far darker terms. Wired reported that one employee called the new unit, quote, literally the gulag, Which again, to be clear, that's cute, but gives you an idea of how they feel. While another said many workers found the work soul crushing. Those are employees' descriptions, not Meta's characterization, and they reflect frustration with tasks such as helping evaluate and improve AI systems after moving away from more traditional software development work. That may be the real issue behind the hackathon response. Zuckerberg is offering a chance to build something new. Some employees say they're still trying to keep what already exists from falling apart. So yes. Remember when working for FANG companies used to be what everybody wanted. I used to get so many emails and messages from people. Eli, what do I do to get a job at a FANG company? You know how long it's been since I've gotten one of those emails? It's been a long time. And I do think it is kind of curious to see, again, how the world changes, how our industry changes. What used to be considered a prominent job, it used to be considered you were lucky if you were working for some of these companies, and now it seems like a nightmare. I mean, a nightmare that you're shackled to with golden handcuffs, to be clear. You're making a lot of money to work at the nightmare, but it's definitely not the fun, exciting experience it used to be. So what do you think about this? What do you think about Mark Zuckerberg literally breaking his company's culture? It's broken. What do you think about these other tech executives? In this whole world, we're legitimately, organizations really do have to rebalance the power dynamic. That's just fucking reality, right? The power dynamic does have to get rebalanced. What do you think about how some of these executives are doing that? Do you feel like they're coming in with a sledgehammer when they need a scalpel? That's that's how I'm feeling. Like that's the thing. Like when I talk about this stuff, I'm like, go talk with people, make sure you understand what's going on. Go in with a scalpel, maybe some pruning shears. Snip some stuff off. Maybe even a pretty sizable branch now and then. And instead, these executives are just going in with sledgehammer. They're trying to prune a tree with a sledgehammer. Lordy. Let me just foreshadow this for you. It's not going to go well for the tree. Oh lordy. Put your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you like these episodes, do remember they're on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Link is down below. Also, if you'd like to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.